Imagine stepping into a country shrouded in mystery and intrigue, a place where foreign visitors are a rare sight. Welcome, we're talking about North Korea. There's an air of enigma that surrounds this nation, a veil that very few have had the chance to lift. For Americans, this enigma has been further deepened by a travel ban implemented in 2017. This ban was enforced following the tragic death of Otto Warmbier, an American student who was detained during his visit to the country. This decision by the US government has since deterred a vast majority of American citizens from venturing into this isolated land. However, there are always exceptions to the rule. For those intrepid enough to navigate the complex labyrinth of permissions and paperwork, a journey to North Korea is still possible. But it's not a journey that begins when you step off the plane in Pyongyang. No, it starts much earlier, in either Beijing or Shanghai. Here, prospective visitors are given a mandatory briefing, a sort of crash course in North Korean etiquette and regulations. This is not your typical tourist guide, it's more like a survival manual, complete with a list of do's and don'ts that could mean the difference between a memorable trip and a diplomatic incident. Everything from how to behave, what to wear, and even what to photograph is covered in these briefings. They are designed not just to protect you, but also to respect the cultural norms and political sensitivities of your hosts. Visiting North Korea is not just about crossing a geographical boundary, it's about stepping into a world where the rules are radically different from what most of us are used to. It's a journey into the heart of a nation that has chosen to carve its own path regardless of global trends or pressures. Now that we've set the stage, let's delve into the three crucial things that you simply can't do in North Korea. North Korea is not a country where you can roam freely. There are certain taboos that, if violated, could lead to severe consequences. Let's dive into the first rule. In North Korea, it's a cardinal sin to show any sign of disrespect towards past and present leaders. Images of the leaders are ubiquitous, and it's important to treat them with utmost reverence. For instance, when you come across pictures or statues of the leaders, it's compulsory to bow and show respect. Any form of disrespect, even if unintentional, can have serious repercussions. Next, let's discuss the prohibition on photography. In North Korea, you can't simply click away on your camera as you please. There are strict rules against photographing certain subjects. Government buildings, police officers, and construction sites are off-limits. The reasons behind this rule are multifaceted. It's a mix of protecting state secrets, maintaining the image of a perfect society, and ensuring that no information that could be used against the state is leaked out. Now, here's an interesting exception to these rules: the Pyongyang Marathon. This annual event offers a rare opportunity for visitors to explore the streets of Pyongyang without constant supervision. But even then, the rules aren't completely relaxed. You can run freely within the designated marathon route and take photos, but remember, the same restrictions apply. No snaps of police officers, construction sites, or government buildings. And of course, all images of the leaders must be treated with respect. In essence, visiting North Korea requires a high level of awareness and adherence to its strict rules. It's not a typical tourist destination, and the freedom you may be accustomed to while traveling may not apply here. These rules may sound intimidating, but they are part of the reality of visiting North Korea. In the next section, we'll delve into my personal experiences in Pyongyang and how these rules played out during my visit. Stay tuned as we explore the world's most isolated country from an insider's perspective. While the rules are strict, there is a sense of freedom during the Pyongyang Marathon that offers a rare glimpse into the lives of the North Korean people. Running in the Pyongyang Marathon was a surreal experience. The event, which takes place annually, is a unique opportunity for foreigners to see North Korea from a perspective otherwise inaccessible. You're running alongside locals and international participants through the streets of one of the most secretive cities in the world. There's an electrifying energy in the air, a mix of anticipation, excitement, and curiosity. The marathon route winds through landmarks of the city, allowing you to observe the cityscape and its people. You see pastel-colored apartment complexes, grand monuments, and iconic structures like the Ryugyong Hotel, known as the tallest unoccupied building in the world. The city, often seen as austere from the outside, bursts into life during the marathon with locals lining the streets, cheering on the runners. In the midst of the marathon, there's a sense of camaraderie that transcends boundaries. You're not an American, or a Brit, or an Aussie. You're a marathon runner, sharing the same goal, the same sweat, the same exhaustion and exhilaration with everyone else. But even in this liberating experience, the constraints of being a foreigner in North Korea are never far away. The marathon is a rare occasion when you can roam the streets, but once you step off the race route, the restrictions kick back in. Returning to the hotel after the marathon, you're once again confined to the premises. The Yanggakdo International Hotel, where most foreigners stay, is located on an island in the middle of the Taedong River. It's often referred to as Alcatraz of Fun due to the entertainment facilities within the hotel, but the fact remains that you're essentially isolated from the rest of Pyongyang. The hotel rules are clear and strict. Roaming around the property without a guide is prohibited. There's a floor in the hotel, the 5th floor, that's off limits to guests. No one knows for sure what's on that floor, and curiosity has led many to try and explore it, but it's crucial to respect these rules. Disobeying can lead to serious consequences. Despite the restrictions, the hotel offers glimpses into North Korea's culture and way of life. You can experience traditional music performances, sample local cuisine, and interact with the hotel staff, who are always eager to share stories about their lives and their country. In this isolated nation where every move is watched and every action scrutinized, the Pyongyang Marathon and the stay at the Yanggakdo Hotel offered a unique viewpoint. It was a blend of freedom and constraint, a dance between the known and the unknown, a journey through the visible and the hidden. The Pyongyang Marathon was a unique experience that allowed me to see a different side of North Korea. Despite the restrictions and regulations, the people of North Korea possess a spirit that is truly captivating. When you peel back the layers of political rhetoric and societal control, you will find a people who are, at their core, just like you and me. They have dreams, aspirations, and a sense of national pride that is deeply ingrained. The North Koreans I encountered expressed a genuine love for their homeland, despite its many challenges and international perceptions. During my time in Pyongyang, I had the rare opportunity to engage in a few guarded conversations with locals. One encounter that stands out is with a young man who was a part of the marathon organizing team. Despite the language barrier, we managed to exchange a few words. He expressed a keen interest in the outside world and a desire for his country to be better understood. In another encounter, a woman selling snacks during the marathon shared her hope for a future where North Korea is not seen as an isolated nation, but as a part of the global community. These sentiments echoed in my conversations with other locals as well. It was clear that the people of North Korea yearn for connection, understanding, and a chance to show the world the beauty of their culture and traditions. However, it's important to remember that these views are not universally held. Just as in any other country, there are diverse opinions and perspectives within North Korea. The voices of dissent are silenced, and their stories remain largely untold. But this doesn't negate the fact that there are North Koreans who are content with their way of life and see their country through a lens of nationalistic pride. The cultural and political landscape of North Korea is complex and often misunderstood. It's a nation steeped in tradition, fueled by a unique political ideology, and inhabited by people who are resilient in the face of adversity. The people of North Korea, with their unwavering spirit and desire for understanding, left a lasting impression on me. As we wrap up our journey through North Korea, let's recall the key points we've discussed today. We started by understanding the ban on Americans visiting this isolated nation and the mandatory briefings for visitors. We then delved into the unique taboos that exist here, including the utmost respect required for past and current leaders, and the restrictions on photographing certain elements like governmental buildings, police, and construction. We also explored the exceptional case of the Pyongyang Marathon, a rare opportunity to experience the city's streets without strict supervision. I shared my personal experiences and insights into the limitations within the hotel property and the necessity to respect them. We also touched upon the sentiments of the local people, their perspectives, and their desire for better understanding with the world. These experiences offer a glimpse into a nation often misunderstood. If you found this journey enlightening, consider subscribing, liking, and sharing this video. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Stay tuned for more captivating travel content and adventures.